Hi everyone, it's Cherie from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, and today I'm bringing this cute little makeup gift card holder from 3dsvg.com. Now this piece that I'm holding, I actually cut out for the top of the envelope, the card holder, and decided to use it underneath here, underneath this piece that I'm gluing right now that holds the eyeshadows, the blush, and the little blush applicator and eyeshadow applicators, because I know having makeup, whether you played with it as a kid or an adult, teenager, once we got to the bottom of our eyeshadows or our powder foundation was the aluminum. So this gave it more of just that fill of memories for me. You can cut out any color that you want because this, like I said, it actually goes on the back side of the gift card holder, but I'm using it as a base for my makeup. And I just cut the U out, that way the gift card can slide right through. And as you see, the little tabs are already pre-cut, and this was already pre-scored. For me, never having done anything like this before, once it was all cut out and in front of me, it was a lot easier than I thought. I was a bit overwhelmed. Don't be. It's a lot of pieces, but they all go together really easy. And his completed picture, which, like the diagram of it all when it's finished, made it a lot easier. And I just kept looking at the computer and piecing it when I dry pieced it to make sure I had all my pieces. And I ended up loving the way it turned out. Now, that big square piece is actually another option. I wasn't sure which one I was going to use on the back side of this gift card holder. And I was like, oh, that would look cute behind this as well. But I tried to keep it as realistic as I could to, well, as real to the pattern as I could. So I just went with the circle mirror inside there. But I am using that reflective foil cardstock, the full square, on another one that I cut out because I made 3 of these just because I'm in love with them now. So the 2 silver cardstocks I used are Silver Mirror and Brushed Silver. They're both from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. For the pinks, my dark pink is going to be bubblegum and my light pink is going to be blush. And those are the blush circles, the 2 pinks. The 2 purples, the dark one is grape and the light one is orchid. And those are eyeshadows. And then the teal ones, the light one is the color Pool and the dark one is Cascade. My base of this is going to be black and graphite. I went with those because I was going to use a Sephora gift card, but then when I got to the store, they didn't have any more. So Bath & Body Works, I'm using that. I could have just cut one out, I guess, and wrote Sephora on it and drew with Sharpies, which I think would have actually been funny. But I didn't do all that. So my brush applicators are in the color Vanilla. And then for my closure, my envelope, those colors I cut out in Graphite and Oatmeal. And then the colors are still the same colors I used for the eyeshadows. They're just in circles. But this went together so easy. So if you're a beginner like me, the best advice I can give you is import all of the SVGs in the main folder, but then double click the subfolders and import those SVGs all onto your canvas at the same time. Because the way that the file was, I was a bit scared because I've never done anything like this, so I was overwhelmed at the same time. And once I got them all onto my canvas, ungrouped them and moved them and laid them as if it was the real thing in paper, it made a lot more sense to me. So then when I cut out my second and third one, it was a breeze. I didn't know what all the subfolders were for, and so that's why I'm just letting you know, if you're going to cut one out, at least get familiar with it and just import everything. You can always hide the things, but at least then you know what you have in front of you, and it does make your color choice selection a lot easier. I didn't speed up the video super fast because I wanted to make sure that I covered all bases with this. You can use these gift cards for Christmas, special occasions, birthdays, holidays, just becauses. And that's the outside where the silver, I know in the pattern they cut it out pink, but that's where I stole the silver, the sizing cut out from. This band isn't included. It was just some scrap that I used, and it was something I was playing with in case I didn't want to stick it into the folder, this little envelope. I wasn't sure how much I'd be able to get into this envelope. The envelope is surprisingly very deep and thick, so you could even put additional things, another card or a little handwritten note, some paper pieces you made. It's not just thick enough for the actual gift card holder, which surprised me. I like it. Everything came pre-scored. So it scored all of my pieces and then cut them out. And the scores are so perfect, I didn't even need to use a bone folder. I just used my finger. Now this tab lays under the flap when it's closed. That way then your little makeup palettes, like your powders, whatever you want to call those are going to sit above when it's closed. I debated using a magnet here, which I might go back and add later. And I would just put one on the inside of the lip of the tab that opens and closes, and then down on the base. That way, if I wanted to keep it closed. But it's so sturdy that I don't think it needs any closure. It stayed pretty much formed when it was closed. And I'm just in shock at how nice this SVG is. I'm definitely going to be working on some others from his site because I'm just so fascinated with it. This went together so smoothly. I definitely recommend it. Any questions, feel free to ask.